In our last video, we created this map. And someone asked for a video of the car itself, and this person was basically asking how was the car illustrated. The map was illustrated with sharp ends, and the lines are pretty much straight. But for the car had curved areas like this. You can see it had all of these curved areas, the tires, and basically the person was wondering how this was achieved. So without any further ado, I will just dive right into this. So first thing first, let's get out our car, and we have the car now. I will just enlarge it a bit so that I stop seeing the grid lines. Right, this should do. And when you want to enlarge an item, ensure you're using the scale tool. Don't use the move tool. If you use the move tool, you're going to get something like this. All right, now our car is flying. Okay, so let's use the scale tool and just scale this up a bit so you can see what I'm doing. Now I'm just going to draw a frame around it and just enlarge it so we can have something as a background. So I'm just going to title this car, and like I said, there's no need for you to title it. I just like titling these things because I don't like seeing frame 1 million plus. All right, so we're going to get this car up here, and I'm not going to start pretending like you can just draw this easily without having a reference. So let's assume you have a reference, which in our case would be the car. So let's say you know how to draw and you drew on paper. All right, so you have this car on paper, or you found a car online, like a picture of a car which you can use, and it's easy. You just grab that picture, bring it into Figma, and all you need to do is just place that picture in your frame, and then this is what you do next. You reduce the opacity. So come here to the pass through where you see layer, pass through. This is opacity, so change the 100% to something around 30%. So that should do, so that you can see your lines, because you'll basically be drawing lines. Now what I'm going to do, because this car is already in a frame, I'm going to break the frame. So I'll just press Ctrl Shift and G to break the entire frame. Now they are just single layers of their own, so you can see all of the different elements I used for this car. Now I'll group it, Ctrl G. Why I'm doing that is because I'll be drawing on top of this car. All right, there are two ways to do it. You can either lock that frame, or you can break it so that when you're drawing, the elements do not get into the frame. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to bring back our frame. So we'll bring back our frame, and then we'll just lock the grid. Now whatever you do here would not work. You can see I'm trying to like select something here, but it's not working because that layer is locked. So whatever you lock, you cannot tamper with it except you unlock it. Now if you unlock it and I try to like do this, you see it's selected. Now lock it, and then let's get back to it. Now to draw the car is very simple. You need your pen tool, so you can grab it up here, or you can press P like me, and then we can now draw. Now there's a way I draw curved lines. I don't draw a line and then curve it. There is a way I do this easily, so without having to stress myself so much. So all you need to do is very simple. So I'm going to draw from here. Now you can do this in two ways. You can either click on an angle where you think would be good for you to curve, then once you click, you drag it, and you're going to have that curve. Now to get the next, to continue, you click on that line again to deselect it. If not, if you don't click, you see how curved this thing is. You will not be able to get out the right result. You see it's all fumbled up. So if I do that, if I click here and I click somewhere around here, and I'm basically going to just drag it till I have an angle, and then I curve it, and then I'll come back to this point, click on it. That's to reset the line, and then I will continue drawing. So I'll just do this, and then I'll come here and just pretty much drag it out a bit, and because it's already curved and it will give me a good curve here, I'll just drag it. This requires studying how this works, so the more you do it, the more you get better at it. But I'm going to show you an easy way to do this. So if we do all of this, we can continue. Let's just say let's finish the first one, so that you know the both ways you can do this. All right, and then if you don't have a mouse, please get a mouse. All right, buy a mouse so that you can draw effortlessly without breaking your back. All right, get a mouse. All right, so that's how you can do this. This is the first stage. I'm going to show you how to get out the second stage, and we can just end it here. All right, we have that. Now we can give it a feel and give it another color so that you can see exactly what we did. So this is the first step. All right, we have that. The other ones I just circle and then drawing more details, and I'm going to show you all of this. So the next one, which is the simplest, which many people don't know, is to draw from point to point and then curve it later. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to start here, and I'll curve it until somewhere around here, and then I'll just draw, you know, somewhere around here, and then just take it upward. You know, we can come back and edit the lines again, and then not there, somewhere around I think here, and then somewhere here, then somewhere here. All right, somewhere here, bring it to this point, take it down here. All right, and somewhere around here for that curve, here as well. This one would, let's see, and there. All right, now you can go in to move this point to fit. Just, I want to get this to be pixel perfect with what I did before. So to do that, all you need to do, don't click done, click on the move tool, just click on it, select the node, tap on the node, and then you can adjust it. So we can just simply move it left and right, click here, move it in. I'm going to show you how this would turn out to be beautiful. All right, and then for those ones, I'll just, you know what, just select this. If you clicked out and you don't have the nodes again, you don't need to be scared. All right, so just double click on the line. You can double click and you see it, or you can come up here where it says edit object, click on it, and it will give you back what you were doing. All right, let's speed this up a bit. So I'm going to take this here, and that's that. Right, the next step is to curve it to have what we have. So select each of the nodes. So I'm going to select this one, click on it, come up here, you're going to see this radius. This is corner radius, and just give it some lines, some numbers, and that's that. All right, and I'll just do one more, and then I'll just speed up the process because of the time on the video. Adjust, and you can curve, adjust, curve. So I'm going to curve here like this. I'm going to bring this one down somewhere, I think somewhere around here. Let me see. Right, and this one would have to come down some more, somewhere around here should be fine. And then I'll bring it out a bit. Okay, so it requires practice. Practice brings improvement. It won't make you perfect, but it'll bring improvement. So you can just do that wherever you have 0, just give it some more padding so that it gives it that soft roundness. I think this one is 0 as well, so we're going to curve that, and I hope you guys will be able to watch this video because it's going to be long. All right, 10 minutes gone. Now the next step is to draw the tires, and all you need to do is just draw one. Now there's a principle in design that is called repetition. So it simply means once you do something that is going to be consistent, you don't need to do that particular stuff again. All you just need to do is just repeat it. So you can just select it and duplicate it, or you can just turn it into a component and reuse in your design. So we have this, we're going to duplicate it, and we're going to do the top one. All right, I would select the top, hold Alt and just move it. Alt would move the both angles, that's the top and the bottom at the same time. All right, that's why I'm holding Alt. All right, I'll hold Alt, then I'll send it backwards one step, Control and the bracket close to letter P, and it will send it backward. Why I gave it a stroke is so that I'll know which one is on top and which one is below. Now the next step is to duplicate this one, so I'm going to duplicate it, and then I'm going to just duplicate it. Yeah, that is a perfect point. And then hold Alt again, you know how we did the other one, and then Control and the bracket close to P to just take it one step backward. If you want to take it to the end, you can take it by just hitting the bracket, but if you just want to take it one step, you just hold Control and do that. Now the second part is this other part. All you need to do is just select this, hold Alt to duplicate it, hold Shift to align it on that same linear curve. Now basically what I did was, this is it, and in order for you to have it on the same line, you can either you can either press Ctrl D, all right, and just move it out. All right, but you can just do it a fast way, hold Alt, hold Shift, and then it would flow linearly. You can see everything is equal with those red lines showing. All right, so that means they are at the same point at the top level and centered. All right, with that, we're going to take this one step. Let's take it 2 steps because it's going to be at the back, but there's a place that is supposed to be here. So all you need to do for this is just draw a square, and let's give it a stroke so that you see that it's on the line. Yes, and that's what we're rooting for. Perfect. Right, this one can go to the back, and that's that. All right, now all we need to do next is select this and duplicate it, move it here. All right, we still have to move it some more, so move it in until you have that confirmed. All right, and then for the final one, this one is going to be like a pure circle, so we're going to take it here, and then we're going to reduce this something like this, and then would enlarge it. Perfect, that's perfect. And we have the first layer. All right, this is the layer that would carry every other thing, but first let's draw this other stuff inside. So to draw that, get out the pen tool, the same process again, click, come here somewhere around here, click. All right, we can always adjust it, and I would click outside. I'll take it outside and we'll clip that, so no need to be worried, and then bring it back to that point. And then with that, we can do the same process, curve this, select this, curve it as well, something around there, that's 20. Curve this one completely, and then we'll leave out the end. Click done, and we have the grid line for that. Now let's do one more, which is the headlights. So I'm going to do the same thing, click here, click out here, somewhere around here, should work, around here. So just study it, or you get a hang of it, and somewhere around here. So I'm going to select these two and just curve it. Right, select both of them and just move them out a bit. Select this one, curve it, select this, same process, All right, and that's that. All right, so we're done. Remaining just one part and then one extra thing to do, and then we're done. So that extra thing is just to draw the curve going over here. You can see this stuff that gives it the illusion of the car being two-dimensional. So I'm going to take this over here, bring this downwards, and the rest of it can just flow outside. All right, you can draw it anyway. It's going to be inside of select these two parts. It's going to be inside of a clip marks, so whatever is outside would not show. So I'll select this part and just curve it, select here and curve it. All right, we're done with our car. Click done, and it's now time to give this car a meaning. So I'm going to get rid of this. We don't need it anymore, and then we'll just bring our car downwards. Let's get rid of this other black. We don't need it. And then it's now time to color this. So I'm going to start with the base color, which is the first one we drew, and then I'll give it a color and then choose this color. So I'm going to choose this part. It's not going to have a stroke. All right, so the car, we're going to select all of the bottom, just all of it one time, and just give it, remove the stroke and just give it this color. Pick that color, select this other part, remove the stroke and pick that color with the eyedropper tool, which is I, letter I. Just press letter I and you pick this. All right, and we can remove the stroke. And then this one, we're going to give it the color. I'll close this out, choose the color. All right, and you know what, let's leave that one as a stroke for now. We'll select this one, I'll give it this color. I think this would be the color. Select this, give it a color as well, and that's that. We're almost there. We just got rid of something very important. Where is it? Yeah, that's it. Right, so all we need to do now is use this guy as the base for this other element, and to do that is very easy. Select this guy, duplicate him. All right, go here and select both of it. You're going to see the shape of the vector. All right, select both of them, go up here and click on use as max. Now as you've done that, you now have a max, and all we need to do is locate these guys. So you can name your title your max. I can call this car base, so that I would not look for it in this layer so much. So I'll select this guy, just drag him into the car base. It's now a frame. It's not acting like a frame. You know the way frame works, whatever is inside will not show. All right, and that's pretty much it. This is the last one, so I'll put it in there, and we have this. Now it's now time to give this guy a color. So I'm going to give it a color. You can now see other parts of it is not showing. Choose this color, and then let me take that back. Let's take this back somewhere here. So I duplicated it and I created another max with this other guy here. So I selected this guy, duplicated him, selected that second one, right, and then use as max, and then select it. This was used as max, sorry. We have to exchange their position, so I'll take this one to the top, select it with this one, use as max, and then with this one we can now create that illusion, something around multiply or so, and then let's change the color first. All right, so that's basically how you can do this. All right, and just go ahead to do it the way that it would work for you. You can personalize your own car from here. You can change the color. I can come over here and change the base color to be something like black, and this guy somewhere around here, and this other guy I'll just pick the background color and then just move it slightly up or down, and then you can just basically do that for the rest of the stuff and just personalize all the car that we had in our design. All right, so that's it, guys. See you guys very soon.